We've generated 2 video clips of the ocean using AI. Here's the first one. And here's the second one. So each of these video clips are 2 seconds long, and we've also generated with AI the music to go along with these videos. Ultimately, what we want to do is combine these 2 video clips along with the music into one video. But before we get to doing that, you might be wondering how exactly we generated those 2 video clips and music. On the Replicate websites, you'll find tons of models for running text generation, music generation, video generation, and much more. Specifically, if we go to the Generate with Audio section, we use the Music Gen model to generate the ocean music. Now, if we go to the Generate Videos category, there's a bunch of models here for generating videos with AI, but the one we used is the Stability AI Stable Video Diffusion model. This model allows you to generate video clips from any image of your choice. Now, back to the original goal. What we want to do is take the 2 videos we generated and combine them into one video, and then overlay our background music on top of the combined video. And we're going to be handling this entire process through BuildShip. BuildShip is a low-code tool powered by AI that you can use to create powerful and scalable APIs, schedule tasks, build your very own AI-powered apps, and much more. Here we have a BuildShip API that takes 2 videos and the music and combines them together, then returns the final combined video. We'll be going through this workflow so you have a good understanding of how it works, but first, let's try it out. With BuildShip, we can test the individual nodes in our workflow, or we can test the entire workflow itself. Let's do that. We'll select the test button at the top, and now we need to specify the video URLs along with the music URL. So we'll go to the body tab, and this is where we'll pass those data. We need to pass this data as JSON. The first field here is the audio URL for our music that we generated, and the second field, video URLs, is an array that contains the video URLs of the 2 video clips we generated. Now we can test the workflow. Okay, great. It looks like our workflow was executed successfully, and at the end you can see that we get a video URL. Let's check if everything worked. We'll copy this video URL and open it up in a new tab. And it's working perfectly. As you can see, our 2 video clips are merged into one video with a very nice music overlaid on top. Okay, so we've tried our workflow and it's working great. Now let's go through each node so that you understand how this process works. When we execute our workflow, the first node that will be invoked here is the REST API call. This is actually a trigger node. In BuildShip, every workflow starts with a trigger node. Here we're using a REST API call trigger. This gives us a public API endpoint that we can use to trigger our workflow. We're just setting the API endpoint path to combine videos, and for the HTTP method, we are using post. So whenever we want to run this workflow, we need to make a post request to this API endpoint. And after that, the next thing we want to do is download the music. This is where we're using the download node, and this node downloads a file from an external URL. For the URL we want to download, we're extracting the audio URL field from the request body. And we can easily preview the code of this node and any other node in BuildShip. And if we go to the output tab, we can see that this node will return the path of the downloaded file. The next thing we want to do is download all the videos. If you recall, when we call our workflow, we send a video URLs field that is an array of video URLs. In this demo, we're only sending 2 video clips, but you can send as much video clips as you want and combine them into one video. We want to loop through the videos we send. This is a great use case for the loop node. For the items we want to loop over, we're using the video URLs that we send in the request body. And of course, we're iterating through each video so that we can download it. This is using the same download node that we used to download the music. After we've looped through and downloaded each video, we will get an array that contains the locations of where we saved each video. Let's jump to the combined videos node. This node is responsible for taking an array of videos and combining them into one video. Now, under the hood, this node is using FFmpeg to combine the videos into one. For this node to work properly, all the videos need to be in the same format. So before we can pass our downloaded videos here, we need to convert them to a consistent format. And in this demo, we'll be using MP4. Okay, let's scroll up a bit. Now we need to iterate through each of the video we downloaded and convert them to MP4 if they're not already in MP4 format. This video transcoder node takes two input. The first one is the path of the video, and the second input is the format we want to transcode to. In this case, we're just using MP4. We can take a preview of the underlying code, and you'll see that this code is using FFmpeg to do the encoding. And so we will iterate through each of the downloaded videos and make sure all of them are in MP4 format. And at the end of this loop, we'll get another array that contains all our videos in MP4 format. And finally, we can use our combine videos node to combine our MP4 videos into one video. This node takes two inputs. The first one, videos, is for the array of videos we want to merge. In this case, we're just using the value returned from our previous loop. The second input here is the output path where we want to save the video. For this, we're using a unique file name with an MP4 extension. This node is also using FFmpeg to stitch the videos together. FFmpeg is a great open source tool, but it can be really challenging to understand and wield. This is why BuildShip is so helpful. If we ever need to make any change to this node and we don't understand anything about FFmpeg, we can use BuildShip's Edit with AI feature. So we can change what we want to return, and we can even change how the node functions by adding additional context. And we can do all of this without having to write a single line of code. How great is that? Okay, so we're nearing the end of the workflow. The next thing we want to do is add our music on top of our combined video. For this, we're using another FFmpeg node, audio overlay. And this node takes three inputs. The first one is our video. This is the combined video, of course. And the second input here is the audio we want to overlay on top of this video. And then the final input is just where we want to save the video. Again, for this, we're using a unique file name along with the MP4 extension. And next, we just want to take the output of the audio overlay node and upload that to cloud storage. Now, every BuildShip project comes with a default storage bucket that we can use. We will be using the upload file node for this, and this node takes two input. The first input is the path of the file we want to upload. In this case, we're using the output value of the audio overlay node. And the second input is the destination in the bucket where we want to store the file. So we're storing the file in a folder called Combined Videos with a unique file name along with a MP4 extension. And the final node in this workflow is a return node, and this is to return the public URL of the uploaded file. So we're setting the status code to OK, and more importantly, the value that we want to return is the download URL of the upload file node. And that's our BuildShip powered API for combining multiple videos into one and adding a nice music overlay on top of the combined video. And if you find this workflow interesting, then you can also try it out yourself. BuildShip comes packed with tons of templates to help you quickly get started building your next project. If you go to the templates page, you'll find a bunch of templates here that you can use to kickstart your next project. In this video, we've been looking at the combined videos with music template. To use this template, you can simply select it and you don't have to configure anything else. You can go straight to shipping the workflow and start using it. It's that simple. And that's all we have for now. But we have interesting content just like this being added regularly. So please make sure to subscribe to our channel so that you don't miss out on any new videos we release. See you in the next one.